biological weapon to be used against the people of the United States. Second, the US government has a Tesla device to generate earthquakes. NASA only landed on the moon once. Almost 90% of drugs trafficking is organized by the biggest secret services in the world, like CIA, NSA, MI5, MI6, and so on. Since the US is in Afghanistan, poppy production has reached an all-time high, and never has there been so much heroin on the market. People who don't need drugs needn't worry. Their needs are covered by the pharmaceutical industry. The global warming story is a hoax. The Earth is warming up, but not as a result of CO2 produced by man, but because the cycle of the Earth is just like it is. Remember that 10,000 years ago, the whole northern part of the world was covered in ice. It's what we call an ice age. The Ark, in its recent form, started its journey in the deserts of Egypt and was carried to the Holy Land by the Jewish people. In Jerusalem, the Ark started its journey around the world heading west. Everywhere the Ark has been, one or more obelisks are erected as a symbol of establishment. In the future, the Ark will travel to China, Russia, Iran, until it reaches Jerusalem again, which means the whole world will be under the influence of Lucifer's eye. That will be the moment the Anunnaki Empire will settle and rule Earth uncovertly. On many important sites in the world, buildings carrying symbols of Lucifer's return are common. The best-known example is the Pentagon, which suggests a pentagram referring to the Jewish symbolism and the symbolism of the Ark. Another example is the Israeli High Court. It's a building with dozens of satanic and secret symbols. Like the eye of Lucifer, an inverted cross you can walk on, its numerical anomalies. It was built in exactly 750 days, used exactly 250,000 stones, all hand-laid, and was funded by the Rothschilds, the founders of the central banks and the World Bank. These buildings celebrate the coming of and will serve as headquarters for the evil ones. From here, every communication will be monitored. The underground cities will then be used as detention camps, where the bodies of resistance people will be converted into soulless zombies. The army of the NWO and its intelligence agencies will be able to track and trace everybody on Earth and influence their opinions or simply dispose of them. Socially, everybody will be watched by their neighbors and friends and mobbed if they have different opinions. The rich, richer and smarter, the poor, poorer and dumber, will support the pyramid with Lucifer's eye on top, as it has always been. This will be the future, and the future is now.
Well, it kind of makes you think a little bit. I'm not saying that's the direction we go. Like I said, the future's never written in stone. Depends on what you do. But if you think about it, the World Bank is there. Doesn't the IRS take our tax dollar and doesn't it give it to the Federal Reserve, which loans it to our government? What do you mean loans it? Should be given to us. Should be going to programs to help humanity. But it loans it with interest. It creates the biggest debt, the biggest faults, the biggest garbage. It's all right in front of you. All you have to do is research it. If you have the balls to open your eyes. Bottom line is if you change your thought patterns, if you change your thoughts and start saying, hey, I'm not going to fall for this anymore. Be the leaders. Don't follow orders. Go the opposite direction. I always did. I don't go with the way society governs or the way the rules govern. I go my own way. That's the difference between a leader and a follower. We have too many followers as it is. Blindly following and said, yes, sir, and then ridiculing people that don't go with the grain. Go against the grain. Be part of the leaders, the future. In fact, that's what you're supposed to do anyways. You're supposed to bring up your kids with love, not to have them fear a system when they go to school, especially when the schools aren't teaching. Go against the grain, because their rules are for their agenda. It's not there for yours. They don't care about your agenda. They don't care about your health, your rights, your welfare. They don't care about anything. But you're supposed to. Your kids are precious. Your family is precious. Your friends are precious. So that's what you have to keep. Change the format. Get rid of the hate. Get rid of the fear. Keep love and friends and happiness. Create your own life around you and ignore them. You give them no power when you can take control. And you can take control. Alright, we're running out of time. I got some fun to show you tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night. See you tomorrow night at 8.